Very good morning. Welcome to Display Channels. Before starting this today's sessions, that one small request from you guys that please like my Facebook page EduSphere, right? And please subscribe EduSphere channels and do not forget to press the bell icon in order to stay notified as soon as new videos gets uploaded, right? Please spread the word of free education, right? So today I have come with discussion of one of the important topic, earthquake, right? Yesterday earthquake in India, right? That's near Uttarakhand region, nearer to what, near Rudraprayag, Rishikesh regions and all, and even Delhi NCR and all, many places got small what little effect, right? So please stay tuned. Just 1 minute. Let me increase its size that it must be visible to you also. First of all, First of all, what is earthquake, right? Definition must be known to all because in UPSC examination, you should know its basic first, right? Earthquake is also known as earthquake is also known as quake, tremor, or tremor is the shaking of the shaking of the surface of earth, right? Resulting from sudden release of energy in earth lithosphere. Lithosphere is what? What is lithosphere? Please write in the comment section. Lithosphere, right? So, and that creates seismic waves. That creates seismic waves. Earthquake can range in size from from those that are so weak or they cannot be felt to those violent enough to loss of people around and destroy the whole city also. The seismicity or seismic activity of an area refers to the frequency, type, and size of the earthquake, right? Experienced over a period of time. At the Earth's surface, earthquakes manifest themselves by and shaking, right? And sometimes displacement of the ground, right? When the epicenter of a large earthquake is located offshore, right? The seabed may be displaced sufficiently to cause a tsunami, right? Earthquake can always trigger landslides, occasionally volcanic activity also. It's so dangerous, right? In its most general sense, the word earthquake used to describe any seismic event, whether natural or caused by humans. Whether natural or caused by humans that generate seismic waves. Even the seismic event can be what caused by humans also. So we are also a little bit responsible for earthquake, right? We human beings, and even it's natural also. Earthquakes are caused mostly by rupture of geological faults. Geological faults. That's nothing but what? Recently, why earthquake came yesterday? Because of that, nothing but people are telling that what many uh, scientists told that what earthquake came because of slower of rotations. Earth keeps on revolving, right? And rotating on its axis. So the rotation of Earth, speed of rotation of Earth, due to the variation of speed of rotation of Earth, that earthquake came. Scientists are telling that rotation of Earth, the speed of rotation of Earth gets decreased due to the lower of speed of rotation of Earth. That earthquake came into picture yesterday. This other events, just like they are talking about volcanic activities, landslides, mine blast, nuclear test, earthquake point. Nuclear test, that you can remember that word, North Korea did nuclear test, right? And earthquake is being felt nearer to Japan, South Korea, Seoul and all, right? So an earthquake's point, an earthquake's point, earthquake points of initial rupture is called focus or hypocenter. The earthquake is the point at ground level directly above the hypocenter. The epicenter is the point at the ground level directly above the hypocenter. What is hypocenter? Hypocenter is the point where that earthquake is. Initial rupture of earthquake takes place where? At what point? Focus or hypocenter. Yesterday onward, 6 December 2017 at 8:49 p.m. that where earthquake where was the focus, where was the hypocenter, just 30 kilometer and below, vertically going 30 kilometer down that nothing but what, that is a hypocenter, right? And epicenter is the point just above the, just on the ground level, right? Where it was? Rudraprayag, nearer to Rishikesh, right? Yesterday. According to Wikipedia, that nothing but they are talking about earthquakes, naturally occurring earthquakes. Next, second, they are talking about intensity of earthquake and earthquaking and magnitude of earthquakes, right? And third, frequency of occurrence, induced seismicity, measurement and locating earthquakes, effects of earthquake, shaking and ground rupture, landslides and avalanches, fires, soil liquefaction, tsunami, floods, human impacts, major earthquakes, prediction, forecasting, preparedness, historical views, recent studies in culture, mythology and religions, popular culture, and these are references they have, right? So actually we should know little bit about all subtopics, right? About earthquake. No need to do PhD in that. Little bit know. So we came to know about that definition of earthquake, right? How earthquake takes place. That nothing but, it is nothing but shaking of Earth's surface. How Earth shakes. That nothing but after shaking what thing happens and how it's measured, right? This thing very important. Where it's generated and on the ground surface, on the top of ground, that how it's being, where that point is called what? Please write in the comment section, right? I already explained now what all thing, epicenter, hypocenter, focus and all, right? So please stay tuned. And why it caused? Due to the natural activities or human activity, right? That nothing but natural activity, that we can say, just like nuclear test, volcanic activities, right? Landslides and all these things, due to mine blast and all these are the main reasons, right? Next, let's switch to naturally occurring earthquake, right? Before starting this naturally occurring earthquake, I want to tell you one small story, right? Story is that nothing but, if you remember, if you go to the evolution of this earth and all, later that what thing happened, earth was just like, it was looking like a landmass, right? It was looking like a landmass. And that landmass, simply you take plate in your hand and just throw it on the ground. Imagine that it's being split into seven parts, right? Those are seven continents, right? Initially what thing happened, first earth divided into two parts, and then upper part, lower part, upper part and lower part. Just like nothing but, earth was a part of India was a part of which island? Gondwana island, right? And you can say when it split into two parts, that nothing but what? Initially, India was attached to what? India was attached to Australia, right? Australia. India was attached to Australia. And later what thing happened? India broken apart. India broken apart from Australia, and it started shifting towards and just collided with what? Collided with, just think, Asia, right? And later Himalaya born, right? Just like continent collision causes Himalaya to bond, right? Just imagine when Himalaya bonds, that nothing but what? Automatically earthquake might took place, right? Due to collision of two heavy land masses, earthquake might cause, right? So that's why this Himalayan regions and all, northern India, these are the main zones of earthquake, right? Instead of earthquake is felt little bit in what southern part, but in northern part, northeastern part. Those are what northern part from northern India till northeastern. That nothing but what these are earthquake prone zone. Why earthquake prone zone? Because thing is that what these are mountainous area. It's been newly formed area, right? Initially it was not there. After collision of two land masses, these Himalaya born, right? So think that what whenever two heavy masses collide, automatically that if little shift occurs in between these two continent collision, if little shift occurs, so think automatically it may be prone toward earthquake. It may lead to earthquake, right? So you can see here, sorry, you can see this. This is a strike slip, normal thrust, normal thrust they are talking about. Okay, so tectonic earthquake occurs anywhere in the earth where there is sufficient stored elastic strain in energy to drive fracture propagation along the fault plane, right? This thing no need to understand more and more, right? Because for UPSC these are not that much important. You should know types of earthquake fault type, right? Only name is important for that. Okay, this photo shows that not aerial photo of San Andreas fault in the Carrizo Plain northwest of Los Angeles. This is not that much important. Earthquake and volcanic activity. These are not natural. Earthquake often occurs in volcanic regions and are caused there both by tectonic faults and the movement of magma in volcano. In 1980, eruption of Mount St. Helens they are talking about. Earthquake swarms can severe as marker or the location of the flowing magma through the volcano, right? And these swarms can be recorded by seismometers and altimeters, right? A device that measure the ground slope and right rupture dynamics. That must definitely to go for that UPSC, right? Because they are having lots of things to ask, right? Earthquake cluster means group of things, right? Earthquake clusters. Most earthquakes forms a part of sequence related to the each of the other terms, location and times also. Most earthquake clusters consist of small tremors, right? That cause little to no damage, But there is a theory that earthquake can recur in a regular pattern, just like you might have seen in 2015 that where in Kathmandu regions, right? That repeated pattern wise earthquake was coming and it caused a heavy damage in Nepal capital, uh, Kathmandu, right? Aftershocks. An aftershock is an earthquake that occurs after a previous earthquake. The main shock and aftershock is in the same region of the main shock but always of a smaller magnitude, right? If an aftershock is larger than main shock, the aftershock is redesignated as the main shock and from original main shock redesignated as aftershock. This they are to be there. Okay, not important. Intensity of earthquaking and magnitude of earthquakes. Intensity of earthquaking and magnitude of earthquake, right? How will measure the intensity of earthquake with the help of that word seismograph, right? That seismograph, uh, you might be knowing about that seismograph. This is the instrument for measuring intensity of earthquake and magnitude of earthquake. On which scale? Please answer. Richter scale. Which scale? Richter scale, R-I-C-H-T-E-R, Richter scale actually, but in pronunciation that Richter scale is coming into picture. That nothing but what this that they are talking about various things. Okay, first scale for measuring earthquake magnitude was developed by Charles F. Richter. First scale for measuring earthquake magnitude was developed by Charles F. Richter in 1935. Subsequent scales, we can see that seismic magnitude scales have retained a key feature, right? Each unit represents a tenfold difference in the amplitude of ground shaking, right? Oh, guys, what is amplitude? What is amplitude? Right? Just wait, I will show you amplitude. Amplitude. Just 1 minute. Amplitude in physics is the maximum displacement or distance moved by point on vibration of body, right? We measured from its equilibrium position. It is equal to one half the length of the vibrating path. Amplitude. Okay. So the thing is that although the mass media commonly report earthquake magnitude as a Richter magnitude, right? Or Richter scale. Yesterday magnitude how much? It was 5.5, right? So 5.5 what? Everybody is knowing 5.5, but as an UPSC assignment, you should know that what 5.5 on the Richter scale, the Richter scale, right? Very good. These are not important. No location, nobody can remember that much. Nobody can by heart that much. Okay. Geological survey estimates that in 1900 there have been an average of 18 major earthquakes, magnitude 7 to 7.9, one great earthquake of magnitude 8 or greater per year. That nothing but that is average has been relatively stable, right? In recent years, the number of major earthquakes per year has decreased. So it's probably a statistical fluctuation rather than systematic trend, right? Very good. So they are talking about earthquake and the frequency of earthquake is available from the United States Geological Survey (USGS), United States Geological Survey, right? So the thing is that recent increase in number of major earthquakes has been noted by the what United States Geological Survey, right? Which could be explained by cyclical pattern of periods of intense tectonic activities, right? Okay. Measuring and locating earthquake instrument used to describe size of earthquake that Richter magnitude scale in 1930 had already explained, and seismic waves travel through the earth's interior. Seismic waves travel through the earth's interior and can be recorded by seismometer at a great distance. The earth's surface wave magnitude was developed in 1950 as a means to measure remote earthquakes and to improve the accuracy for larger events. The moment magnitude scale measures the amplitude of the shock, also takes into account the seismic movements, the total rupture area, magnitude slip of the fault, right? And the Japan Meteorological Agency seismic intensity. Obviously, thinking about earthquake means automatically mind goes to Japan, right? Occasionally, I think on daily basis, earthquake keeps on coming in Japan. Japan is major prone zone of earthquake, right? So, think that even they are talking about the Maha. This is midway wave. That nothing but some place scale is there, right? And some scale is there that Mercalli intensity scale that nothing but Medvedev that Sponhio Karnik scale, right? Are the based on okay, very good. And the thing is that two types of waves are there: primary waves and seismic waves. That P wave, S wave, right? Longitudinal transverse, that secondary waves, and surface waves. So that nothing but Rayleigh and this going towards physics. So no need to go for that much, right? Depth. What are the effects of earthquake? Earthquake may cause shaking and ground rupture, right? That you might feel, right? That from epicenter, hypocenter, focus, that nothing but earthquake. From focus point, that earthquake is generated, that nothing but hypocenter, and at the at the earth where that earthquake is felt on the ground, that is called epicenter. And this earthquake, that waves, seismic waves start getting propagated, and earth ground starts shaking, and right, due to the acceleration of ground, right. Ground ruptures is visible breaking and displacement of the earth's surface along the trace of the fault, which may be the order of severe several meters, right. In the case of major earthquake, ground ruptures is a major risk for large engineering structures such as dams, bridges, and nuclear power stations, right? And requires careful mapping of existing faults to identify any which are likely to break the ground surface within the life of the structure. They are talking about landslides and avalanches, right? Earthquake, also severe storms. Earthquake along with severe storms, volcanic activities, coastal wave attack, wildfires can produce slope instability leading to landslides. Major geological hazards, landslides danger may persist while emergency personnel are attempting rescue. Earthquake can cause fire also by damaging electrical powers or gas lines. Obviously, you can see in 1906 in San Francisco that due to earthquake that fire occurs. The diagram showing that, right? If you want to see, I will show you. Just see this fire, right? Due to earthquake, right? Oh my God! Soil liquefaction, right? And the soil, okay. T tsunami 2004. Whenever word T tsunami comes, that suddenly things comes in mind about that T tsunami in South India, right? 2004 T tsunami. Really, it was very much painful, right? To think about that, how T tsunami occurs. There's nothing but when an earthquake occurs at sea. When earthquake occurs at sea, it may cause to T tsunami, right? The T tsunami is sudden abrupt movement by of a large volume of water, including when an earthquake occurs at sea. When earthquake occurs at sea level, what it may cause? It cause T tsunami, right? Very good. Even it may cause to flood also. Flood is an overflow of any amount of water that reaches land. Flood is an overflow of any amount of water that reaches the land. Flood occurs usually when a volume of water within a body of water, such as river or lake, exceeds the total capacity of the formation and results some water flow or sits outside of the normal perimeter of the body, right? However, floods may be the secondary effect of the earthquake. If dams are damaged, earthquakes may cause landslips to dam rivers, right? And which collapse may cause flood also, right? Simply you can see that when you start shaking one ball full of water, obviously that abrupt bonds in the that nothing but waters keeps on coming, and water will spread over. The water will come out of the water balls, right? And you can imagine same thing like what sea level also. Whenever abrupt sea water will flow, right? It may cause flood, right? Human impacts. Earthquake may cause injury, loss to life, right? Road and bridge, it's everybody known to. It's thing to know for everybody, right? Everybody knowing that. In 1856, ruins of Ganj Hadid Tower, right? Gazn Hadid Tower. Okay, that was definitely one of the most devastating earthquake recorded in 1556. That nothing but Sangsi earthquake, which occurred on 23rd January 1556 in Sangsi province of China. More than 8 lakh 30,000 people died, right? Most houses and everything were that obviously houses may got destroyed. In 1976, that nothing but Tang Tangsan earthquake. That was definitely to know how earthquake is predicted. Earthquake prediction is a branch of science is called seismology, concerned with the specification of time, location, and magnitude of the future earthquakes. Means future earthquakes might be predicted, right? Delhi is in what? Actually, zonal wise divided. Na? All India, this nothing but earthquake prone zone is divided into five zones. Sorry, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, zone 5, right? So Delhi is coming under for zone 4. Capital city is coming in zone 4, right? And even northeastern area and that some part of Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and all these portions are coming under which zone? That zone 5. Zone 5 is more red alert zone under that more affected area for earthquake, right? So obviously, I think 2 years before only that it's predicted by what? Who predicted this uh, earthquake prediction took place that earthquake may take place in this what Uttarakhand areas, right? That's coming under zone 5, fifth zone, right area. And forecasting that while forecasting usually considered to be a type of prediction, it's not hard and fast rule that they predicted an earthquake may take place, but on the behalf of some mathematical calculations, they predict the location, time also, nearby time also that when earthquake made. Earthquake warning system has been developed can provide a regional notification of this earthquake that in progress and but before the ground surface has begun to move potentially allowing people within the system's range to seek shelter before the earthquake's impact. But it's our fault, no? Government will only predict. It's our fault to be protected, right? And small thing I want to discuss. It's not with respect to earthquake. It's regarding that coal mining area in Jharkhand, Bihar, Jharkhand area. Jharia is there. The coal mines is there. Everybody is knowing that underground fire is there from so many years back. Fire is burning, right? And then also that people's fault. They are they are building their houses there only because of that uh, business purpose, right? Everybody is knowing that one day will come automatically, whole earth will burst and many people is going to die. But nobody cares, right? And that may lead to a disaster sometime, right? Historical view, right? Greek philosopher that Anaxagoras, right, in 5th century BCE to the 14th century BCE, earthquakes were usually attributed to air vapors in the cavities of Earth. Thales of Miletus, who lived in 625 to 547 BCE, who was the only documented persons who believed that earthquakes were caused by tension between earth and water. Earthquake caused by tension between earth and water. So one point you came to know with respect to UPSC, earthquake caused by tension between earth and water, right? Very good. They are not important. In recent studies, geologists claim that global warming is the one of the reason for increase in seismic activities. Global warming. Who is responsible for that? We are solely responsible for global warming, right? And because of what? Just think, ozone layer depletion, right? Global warming. We use AC and all, right? It's releases what CFC and all, CFCF, CFC and all that, right? depletes the what? Ozone layer, and due to ozone layer depletion, global warming occurs, right? These are not that much important. Let's see some earthquake, see some places where earthquake took place. Sorry, earthquake, earthquake. Okay, leave it. I'm going to show you Richter scale. Richter scale. Sorry guys, I'm not getting that much information regarding the Richter scale. And before finishing this video, that one small request from you guys, that please do not forget to subscribe my channel, right? That keeps on knowing this small facts that people should know, right? And do not forget to press the bell icon in order to get instant notification whenever that new videos gets uploaded, right? So, and please like my Facebook page EduSphere in order to spread the word of free education, and do not forget to share this video, right, at most. Thank you. Bye bye.